Have you ever felt like you're running on empty, struggling with sleep, constantly waking up to use the restroom, or just not feeling as sharp as you used to? Well, today I want to talk to you about something super simple that could change all that. Glycine supplementation. It's this amazing amino acid that's naturally in your body, but adding a bit more can unlock some incredible health benefits. And get this. At the end of this video, I'll spill the beans on my exact dosage and timing protocol that I use personally and with my clients to supercharge sleep quality, help you drift off faster, and cut down on that annoying daytime fatigue. Plus, I'll tell you exactly what to look for when buying a high-quality glycine supplement so you don't waste your money on junk. Now, trust me, you don't want to miss that. It's going to make all the difference. Now let's dive in and see why glycine is getting so much buzz from the latest science. And welcome to my channel, MrHealthSpan. For nearly 30 years as a nutritionist and personal trainer, I've dedicated my life to helping people build unstoppable strength, limitless energy, and superior metabolic health. Now, in my late 40s, I'm sharper, I'm stronger, and I'm healthier than ever. And I'm proving that the best is yet to come. Now let's go. First, let's kick things off with one of the biggest reasons people turn to glycine: better sleep. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed instead of groggy. Sounds great, right? But how does it work? Glycine acts directly on your brain's NMDA receptors and the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is basically your body's master clock. This helps lower your core body temperature, signaling it's time to wind down, and it improves sleep architecture by shortening the time it takes to fall asleep and enhancing deep sleep stages. The result? You feel less fatigued during the day. This isn't just theory, it's backed by solid research. In a randomized, single-blinded crossover trial called The Effects of Glycine on Subjective Daytime Performance in Partially Sleep-Restricted Healthy Volunteers, published in Frontiers in Neurology in 2012, researchers took 10 healthy men and restricted their sleep to 75% of normal for 3 nights. They gave them 3 grams of glycine 30 minutes before bed on some nights and a placebo on others. The key findings? Glycine significantly cut down on daytime fatigue and sleepiness, and it improved performance on attention tests. Participants reported feeling more clear-headed and lively. If you've been shortchanging your sleep, this might be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Hang on. There's even more to glycine. Let's keep it going. Next, let's talk about how glycine can sharpen your mind and support cognitive function. You know that foggy feeling where you can't focus or remember things as well? Glycine might help with that, especially if there's an underlying issue like neurotransmitter imbalance. The mechanism here is fascinating. Glycine serves as a coagonist in NMDA receptors, which boost glutamate signaling in the brain. This enhances synaptic plasticity, basically your brain's ability to form new connections, and can reduce negative symptoms like the lack of motivation or social withdrawal. A great example comes from the study titled A Pilot Randomized Placebo-Controlled Trial of Glycine for Treatment of Schizophrenia and Alcohol Dependence. This was published in the Journal of Dual Diagnosis in 2019. Researchers studied 20 adults with schizophrenia who also had alcohol dependence. They randomized them to get either glycine up to 0.8 grams per kilogram body weight daily or a placebo for 12 weeks on top of their usual meds. The results? The glycine group showed significant improvements in negative symptoms like emotional flatness compared to the placebo. No serious side effects either. If you're dealing with cognitive challenges, this shows glycine could be a supportive add-on. But wait, glycine doesn't stop at the brain. it can build your body too, so stick with me. Now, shifting gears to muscle health. If you're active or just want to maintain strength as you age, glycine could help preserve and even increase your muscle mass. How does this work? Glycine is a key building block for collagen, which supports muscle structure, and it's a precursor for creatine, which powers muscle contractions. It also reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, creating a better environment for muscle repair and growth. Now, check out this recent study titled Glycine Increases Fat-Free Mass in Malnourished Hemodialysis Patients, a randomized double-blind crossover trial published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle in 2021. They took 27 malnourished patients and on hemodialysis, folks who often lose muscle due to their condition, and gave them 20 grams a day for 4 months, then switched to a placebo for another 4 months or vice versa. Now, the big win? Glycine boosted fat-free mass by 0.28 kilograms per square meter and increased hand grip strength by 2.3 kilograms. That is real world gains. If you're in a situation where muscle wasting is a risk, like chronic illness or aging, this is huge. But hold up. Glycine has benefits for other parts of your body too. Now let's explore it. Speaking of everyday annoyances, what if glycine could help with urinary issues, like that constant urge to go potty or waking up at night? This ties into better sleep too, since fewer trips to the bathroom means less disruption. The mechanism involves glycine acting as an inhibitory neurotransmitter in the spinal cord and brain, calming overactive signals to the bladder and reducing spasms. In a randomized controlled trial called Dietary Glycine Improves Urine Storage Symptoms in Urology Outpatients, published in the Journal of Complementary and Integrative Medicine in 2021, researchers looked at 40 patients with overactive bladder. They gave half the patients 3 grams of glycine twice a day, 6 grams total, and the other half a placebo for 4 weeks. The glycine group saw big improvements in symptoms like nocturia, nighttime urination, urinary urgency, and even prostate issues in men. Plus, their sleep latency, so the time to fall asleep, dropped significantly. Imagine getting a full night's rest without interruptions. That's pretty cool, right? But there's one more big benefit I want to hit before we wrap up, and it's about overall aging and metabolic health. Finally, glycine shows promise for fighting age-related decline, like oxidative stress and insulin issues. Here I'm highlighting a combo because the latest high standard studies often pair glycine with N-acetylcysteine, NAC, as the form GlyNAC, where glycine plays a starring role in boosting glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. The mechanism? Glycine and NAC team up to ramp up glutathione production, which mops up free radicals, fixes mitochondrial energy production, and cuts inflammation, and improves insulin sensitivity by enhancing glucose uptake in muscles. In a double-blind, placebo-controlled randomized clinical trial titled Supplementing Glycine and N-acetylcysteine, GlyNAC, in older adults, improved glutathione deficiency, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, inflammation, physical function, and aging hallmarks, published in the journals of Gerontology, Series A in 2023. Researchers studied 24 older adults, aged 61 to 80. They gave them 100 milligrams per kilogram per day each of glycine and NAC as GlyNAC, or a placebo for 16 weeks. The results were stunning. GlyNAC boosted glutathione by 164%, slashed oxidative stress by over 70%, improved mitochondrial function, reduced inflammation markers like IL-6 by 78%, boosted muscle strength, and even enhanced cognitive function. Insulin resistance dropped by 64% and blood pressure improved. This is cutting edge stuff for staying vital as you age. All right, we've covered a ton, from sleep to muscles to anti-aging, but now, as promised, let's get to my personal protocol. So here's what I do and recommend to my clients. When I get on the couch at night with my puppies to relax and wind down for the night, I take 3 grams of glycine powder about 30 to 60 minutes before I want to finally fall asleep. It helps me fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up with zero grogginess. Now, I love the powder form because it has this subtle, clean sweetness, no aftertaste, and fun fact, the name glycine comes from the Greek word glucose, meaning sweet. Now, when shopping for a high-quality glycine supplement, go for 100% pure glycine with no fillers, additives, or extras. The label should say glycine, L-glycine, or glycine free-form. Pick brands with third-party testing to confirm purity and no contaminants. It's worth the extra check for the peace of mind. Quick disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. This content is for informational purposes only. Always consult your licensed healthcare provider before starting, stopping, or changing any supplement regimen. Also, all studies used in this educational video will be linked in the description below. Go check them out for the full details. So what's your take on glycine? Have you tried it for sleep or anything else? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences or if this video convinced you to give it a shot. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, subscribe for more health tips, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Now, this was just the beginning. Level up your health knowledge with these videos next. Now, keep pushing, stay strong, take your sleep buddy glycine, and I'll see you in my next video.